Environmental Studies Part 2, Lesson number 1. What is history? Dear students, in previous session you studied how we divide time for our convenience in past, present and future. How history helps us to understand past events, the scientific method of history, the different sources of history like material sources, written sources and oral sources. Today you are going to learn how history is related to our life and how history is helpful for the progress of mankind. The study of science helps us to find the answers to many questions. For example, environmental science studies the problems of degradation of the environment, pollution, etc. and looks for their solution. It means environmental science studies the reduction of quality of soil, air or water or increase in pollution, and it also tries to find solutions like how to prevent pollution. In the same way, every science has its own areas of study. History studies events of the past. Individual or collective actions of human beings have effects. Individual means single or collective means group of people's actions have effects. They result in an environment that may be either favourable or unfavourable for the progress of society. It means that may be good or bad for the progress of society. This affects our day-to-day life. For example, if the people of village work together and help one another, the village makes good progress. However, if the people cannot come together, it puts obstacles. Obstacles means it puts or it prevents or it stops the way of its development. The way of development means the progress of the village or that society. History attempts to find out answers to many questions by studying the way of thinking of past societies, their actions and the consequences. The study of history makes it possible for us to study what is and what is not favourable for the progress of human society. History thus provides us with guidelines about how we should behave today in order to shape a good future. It means history guides us how to behave today to make our future bright. By telling us the life stories of great people, history also serves to inspire and motivate us. Like in Standard 4th, you studied in history inspiring stories of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And in this picture, you can see the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji, and many other freedom fighters like Lokmanya Tilak, Subhash Chandra Bose, and many others. They fought for our freedom and for our country. By studying history, we get to know about the give and take that took place between our own and other civilizations. It means through history we came to know about the culture or the way of life of people, those who live far away or in other countries during that period. We learn about the progress of human civilization. We also understand how people's way of life went on changing. In this picture, you can see the primitive man, that is Homo habilis, and a modern man, that is Homo sapiens sapiens. This history gives us information about human civilization. Every village, city, district, state and country has its own history. For example, our country India has history of its freedom. Our state Maharashtra is well known for the history of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Similarly, the earth, its mountains, water bodies, the animal world, mankind all have their own history. You all have studied in EVS 1 our solar system about our earth, and in that you studied all the planets, satellites, asteroids are part of our solar system and they revolve around the sun. You also studied about Earth's gravitational force. So this everything we studied just because of history. Every sciences too has a history. It tells of the many scientific discoveries that brought about important changes in human civilization and of the scientists who made those discoveries. For example, Sir Isaac Newton discovered the gravitational force of the earth. Because of him, we understood that whatever we throw upwards, it falls on the ground. Then Graham Bell, he invented telephone, and now today our mobile has become a part of our life. Thomas Alva Edison, he invented bulb, and see, today we are using electricity. So all these scientists, whatever their inventions or whatever they discovered, we came to know only because of history. The past, present and future are linked by a continuous chain of events. It means our past is related to our present and our present is related to our future. For example, the Indian people fought against the British government to get independence. This is a historical action. As a result, India became an independent nation on 15th August 1947. So, we can say that independence was a consequences of an action. That is the Indian people's struggle for the independence. In this way, the events of today are linked with past actions. When we understand this, we realize that the future depends on past events, and that is why our past, our present and future are related to each other. For example, we learn that man began to make tools from materials available in nature. Man made stone tools in Stone Age period, that he invented or he learned how to make use of fire, and that he invented wheels. The next generations added to these development. Stone Age man made wheels which were heavy and very thick. But today we can see wheels with very light weight. Technology developed further hand in hand with the physical and intellectual development of man. It means man made progress or development by using his talent. This process is going on continuously even today. Inventions of today are only possible on the foundation of the discoveries and inventions of the past. It means inventions of today or whatever progress